Hello everybody, this is JackBeat1024 and welcome to episode 57 of our Dynamic Factory Let's Play series. So in the last episode we got our new iron mine connected up to our main network, and it's now got trains going to it and supplying our iron furnaces. And so in this episode what we're going to do is we're going to make a couple of stations, one that will consume our heavy oil and one that will consume our light oil. They'll both turn it into solid fuel, and we'll make a station over here to pipe our solid fuel into where all our burners are for our energy generation. That way we won't be stopping our petroleum gas production just because we're full of heavy oil or light oil. And that will be useful for us to get our blue science done, which is really the next step in our... Look at that. They're already attacking that base. That's the next step in our expansion, is getting our blue science up and running. So I think this is a good area for us to set up our refineries for our solid fuel production. So I think 8 chemical plants we will go with for each, which means I'll need 16 all up. Probably need to go and get some more steel plates looking at what I have in my inventory. And we'll set that all up. Steel plates, I believe, are below us. Yeah, they're on this one. So here we go. Steel plates. 5, 6, 7, 8. How are we going for tanks? I need how many tanks for the counting system? So there's... Don't really need the 4 here. We maybe need 2 here. We then need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to actually do our counting, and then we'll have 4 on the other side, I think. So we count them when they go into our storage. That makes slightly more sense than counting them before we've actually put it through here. So that means 4, 6, 10, 12. And we need that for each. So that is 24. Now if I take the iron plates from this side, it'll count me as having consumed them. In fact, if I take them from over here, I can do that and have it go even faster because there's more lines. So I got 7, 12, what are we low on? Still iron plates. 21, 22, 23, and 24. And I'll get a bunch more iron plates. In fact, didn't I used to have like 1,000 of them just sitting around in my inventory? I wonder where they all went to. Well, anyway, we're going to need pumps. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we need 12 of them. Let's just check. 2 and 4, so that is 12. Oh, we need 2 here. So that's another 4. That should be it. Let this drone repair my car. Okay, so here we are, ready for the next station. Let's look at our blueprints. Probably have one of these stations will be kind of close to what we want, because we'll still want to get our supply and demand the same way. But at the bottom half of this is going to be completely different, because we're going to need to have our chemical labs, which are larger. We're going to need to have our liquids moving around. That requires space. So what we'll do is place this down, and then we'll go and we'll deconstruct. I think you need a blank deconstruction plan to actually get rid of this stuff. So we don't need any of this. All those train tracks, all these train tracks. It's a bit of an annoying spot I actually built it in, because if these were just a bit lower, that would have been nice, but that'll do for the moment. What is it waiting on? Yep, that's fine. That's nothing important. I expect... It looks like most of this to, yeah, most of this should just be able to be built right now. So that'll be good. We don't need... those, that's a bit weird. Don't know what these are. They don't quite seem to be there. Might be an interesting bug from the combinators mod. Yeah, they're not there. Okay. We'll just pretend that they're not there. So, let's have a look at what we actually need to do. Well, we can't actually look at anything until at least this space is cleared up. So I'll be back once the drones have at least done some of their work. So I had a thought while we're waiting for that all to happen. What we can do, that's a mine blueprint. I'll just make a new blueprint. Is we can get... I think I want this whole thing. Except not this line here. So we can get this blueprint. And we can paste it up here. Yep, that should be fine. And that way we now have our solid fuel drop-off area blueprinted up. It's not connected in yet, but that way we can have two things going on at the same time. Now these drones are still on their way to get rid of all the trees here and everything, so I'll be back once that's actually done. Okay, so here we go. The robots have done their work and cleared all this area up. Apparently there is a signal over here that I don't need. And one of the annoying things is that all the robots that decided to pick up the trees here decided that the best storage chest for them to put it in was the one that's all the way up here. As you can see, there's still a line of them on their way up. So that's a slight annoyance with having this all as one network, but otherwise they're done. So we have two carriages that have fuel and are engines. Then we have our two liquid carriages. Let us actually just steal this blueprint here. Now, these are going to take... Ooh. Do we want to be able to support them having two, or do we only want them to support taking one item? If we make them just support one, it's easier to do and it requires less resources. So what I'll do, take, yeah, not that. We'll do a blueprint of this area. Don't really need any of this in the blueprint. And let us look. So this one connects to this close one here, so this far one we can remove from the blueprint as well. It's not going to be used. At least not for the moment. Okay, there we go. Now if we just line that up, get rid of that. What is it missing? Well, that's fine. We've got all that in our own inventory. I will actually put down a provider chest, and the reason why I want to put down provider chests is because I don't want this same issue happening where they fly off to who knows where to store stuff. So we'll just do that. We also want to provide them with pumps. What else do you need? Underground pipes. Anything else? I don't see anything else. That's weird that there's a train track here that hasn't been constructed. Oh, I must have just copied that across. Okay. That's actually fine then. Well, we'll ignore these combinators that don't actually exist, and we will start lining up our oil now. Put it one more away. The reason for that is I can then do underground pipe once it's constructed. We can have that go there to there. Do I not have any normal pipes on me? Well, yeah, because I just made the underground one. And that way we can do that. This one will do solid fuel from heavy oil. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go this way now. 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we can skip one. Yep, we can. Okay, inserters. Now, it is possible to control these with our crafting combinators, of which I don't appear to have any in my inventory right now. But there we go, we got one now. Let's go crafting combinator like that. Do I have any constants? I do. So you can actually use this one for recipes, and say it connects the recipe across. So what we could eventually do is have we could have these set up more generically so that they can do any recipe that we can do in a chemical lab. Now that would mean we'd need, yeah, that's an E. So we need a recipe that could take a liquid in and give us a liquid out. These take a liquid and 2 items in. Liquid and an item, liquid and an item, 2 items and a liquid, liquid to item. For the moment we'll do, yeah, that's right. For the moment we'll do that. If I wanted a generic one, we could do it. But we might skip that for the moment. And we'll do that later. So for the moment we're only getting solid fuel from heavy oil. If I... Where is... Yes, I want... Yep. A blueprint like this. Except I don't want to include that part. Are there ones that use... Yes, yellow. That's what I want. I think that'll do fine. So let's just see if we can find a nice place to put this. It seems like we don't have this track going down. Now this does mean we're not going to be able to fit the second one straight below because we've got our oil area down there. So we're going to have to find a better place for it to go. But otherwise, I can't line it up with those. So this is going to be the best place for it. Okay, we'll connect the track in. We also want to connect this track to here. There's a few ways we could do it. If we get, there we go. That kind of works. It's not the nicest, but it'll do. Yeah, so trains can come in here, go out, yep, and trains can come this way and go out and go that way. Trains that are returning cannot go onto this line at the moment. We're going to need to fix that. So this is our down line. We need a... Can we move it forward? Yes, we can. Okay, which means we actually need a signal here, not here. And we have it counting before we do that. Am I fine with that, or do I want to fix it now? I'm fine with it for the moment, it'll do. Just remember that we need to fix that. Now actually we can just bring this straight down that way. That way we don't need any of this track. Cool. I believe that should be this part of the network setup. Except the fact that we've got, you know, this giant piece of track missing right here. So let us connect this all back in. Now are you actually connected to anything correctly? Yep, they both seem to be connected. And the question is this part here connected in? Yes. Is it only connected to the bottom one? I don't know if that just disconnected or that connected. That must have disconnected. Okay. You're not connected through to here. Okay, I see how this is done. So if we connect this way, don't need those four. That means you connect to here, which connects to this one up here. Now I would assume that this one does not connect this way, but it sounds like it does. Let's find a non-important one, namely this one. Okay, so we know at least that this does not connect downwards. And to this one. I'm pretty sure we can do the same with our 3 line without causing... Oh, and it's also not connected. And it didn't even look connected. I want one that looked like it was connected to see if it is actually connected or if we're going to lose something. We're getting a lot of turrets firing at the moment. Okay, let's have a look. This actually all seems to be connected fine, which is good to see. So we'll connect through that small part there. That should mean that our trains can now come in and they can drop off heavy oil and we can process it. We're not going to be putting it onto chests onto a new train yet, but we can at least get the input side done. Now this is all connected in already. Oh, that's a great spot for my car to be. Okay, well we'll disconnect that so it doesn't send anything. We'll disconnect that so it doesn't send anything. Hopefully it hasn't already sent anything. It has indeed, but it might not have got through. Hopefully it hasn't got through. Okay. So, we need how much fuel? Let's go. They held 25,000 each. Let's go 15,000 each, so 30,000. So we found a 30,000, and then we should request it. This will be the next station in the number, so let's actually give it its number. And then we can calculate what the signal number we have to give off is. So this would be 0059. I believe the last one we did was 58. Yep. This is a chemical plant loader. Okay, so 59 times 128, that's 7552. And we want it only in the second cart. So 7552 goes into number 2. We don't want to connect the sending line yet because we don't actually have data for that yet. Okay, that should be all good. And once we connect this, it should actually have everything it needs to send off a new train for that. Whoop! I just thought we haven't actually told any trains where to go yet. That is an issue. They will want to do stuff. It will at least be able to go to the supplying stations. That's fine. It needs to know where the destination is though. So that's 59 there. Find a train. Go to the very bottom. Add 59. Yep. We want to be here until we're empty. Rules. Once we empty, we go back to signal 1. Save that. Save that. That should be everything we need. Let's see. I don't see it on the supply side. Why have you not sent off a supply message? Okay, well, we'll go and figure out what's going on there. So up to our supply station just up here. It connects to this one here. Getting through all this pipe work is going to be not as difficult as I thought it could be. You go to there. Oh, we're not reading this number anywhere. Okay, how do our other stations actually tell us when we've got enough resources? This red line has a number of resources, and that goes off to there. Okay, this red line's just going to here. Okay. How did I manage to get past this one, but not the other ones? And I can't do it in the other direction. I'm going to have a look at that very soon. See if that is in fact an interesting one way. Yeah, so I can pass these from the south to the north, but I can't actually pass these from the north to the south. Oop, can't pass that one for some reason. Or that one. That one worked fine. Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder if there could be a use for one-way human valves. Anyway, let's actually see if this is all fine. So 6975. Good, but it's not the lowest number one. The lowest number one we have is like iron plates. Are all our trains actually already doing stuff? That doesn't happen all that often. Well, while we wait for our trains to do all their things, let us get... Yep. Let's get this part set up. Just get rid of these trees here. And we need to connect this in. Yeah, so this is the thing that counts how many items we have, so we connect that there. This should connect, I believe, to this, and that is correct, but we're going to need to have pole in between. So 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay. Now, how much solid fuel do we want? What does solid fuel stack to? It's either 50 or 100. Where's... I didn't even have a whole stack of it in my car. Car barely had any, actually. You take that and that. I think it stacks to 100, so I'm thinking 24,000 is needed. Okay, I haven't named the next train station, but we know that it's going to be 128 values higher, or one number higher, so that is 7680. And it is a supplying station, so it has 64. Just make sure that's all cleared. Good. It should say, yep, good. It needs 24,000 more before it can actually send off a supply request. It's not really a request, a supply message. Is that everything set up then? I think that is everything set up. So the only thing we're waiting for now is trains. Apparently, even though we have 6 trains, we still don't have them actually keeping up with all our demands. We have 4 more things we need trains to go and do. I mean, this is not the greatest way because our trains that are coming to the station block those that are leaving it, but I don't think there's a nice way we can set that up at the moment. But it does put an annoying limit on how quickly trains can get in and out, but we still have trains that are at places and okay, you're unloading. Then we have a second train with iron plates. 4. Okay, that's fine. The first 2 have actual iron plates. There's a lot of iron gear wheels in this though. That's okay. You shouldn't be really blocking anything else off. I mean, you'll be blocking any train coming here to pick stuff up, but we don't have any doing that at the moment. You're fine. There is 3 trains. There's a 4th one here picking up more gears. So all our trains are actually busy doing stuff. What is... Here we go. It's only stack inserter. It's also only stack inserter. How expensive are stacks? Blue. Not blue. So they take red circuits. I don't think we're ready for our large production of red circuits yet. We barely have this working. And there is the next hour mark, which means we can look at what the last blue science recipe is. And just as I said, I didn't want to set up bulk production of red circuits. That is what this science pack requires. So red circuits, engine units, and electric mining drills. Okay, engine units we need anyway, because we need them for the pumps. Advanced circuits, they're the ones that require plastic, copper cable. Okay. Plastic, copper cable, electronic circuit. 2 of those are easy. 1 of them we're going to do anyway, probably. Mining drills. Got all that. Okay, so I'm actually going to put down this as well. Advanced circuit, 1 engine unit, 1 electric mining drill. So that if we get both those recipes, which we should be able to do both of them fairly easily, then we can get 2/3 of our blue science production constantly done, and we will have advanced circuits, which means I might actually start making some stack inserters at that point in time. But yeah, let's see how we're going. We've still got a lot. Yeah, okay. How are we going for time? Now let me calculate how long that would actually factory. It's close to an end of an episode, so what I will do is I will wait for our train to come and we'll have a look at it dropping off our heavy oil to our new station once it's time for it to do that. So I'll see you soon. So while I've been waiting for the trains to go and do all their stuff, I actually had a thought of why not set up another 2 trains for our network, because our waiting bay up here has 6 spots. We could have a train waiting here, and we could have another train waiting, I believe, here. Yep. So that way we can actually have 8 trains on our network without them being in the way of each other. So here we have a 7th train. Actually probably want to drive it back a bit. So we select the train, we tell it that it's on this line, and off it goes. There should actually be one more request. Oh, look at that, there's even more now. So actually we definitely need to get some more trains onto our network. I wasn't even thinking that we'd probably get more trains, more requests. But there we go, so we've now got 8 different trains on our network. Just move this one forward a little bit. I want this cargo wagon to start getting filled up. It doesn't need to get too full. But there we go, it is now completely full. So move it back again until this train, you are also on this line, and off you go. Now we do have a limit on how many trains we can have on this network at the moment, and that limit is determined by these memory cells. We need 1 cell for each train that's on its way to a destination. So we can have at most 6 trains going to a destination. As soon as they get there, they're no longer counted towards that limit, but as long as they're going there, they are. So we're back to having 2 more trains needed. This is 1 train, so hopefully now we only have... Oh, look at that. We've got a iron ore request that just came in. Or supply. So we're still at 2 more trains needed. So I will be back again once our train is actually on its way to the heavy oil. And we're back. I think we finally have a train. Don't know why it's not getting the request. But we finally have only heavy oil left to request. I think we mustn't have a combinator set up to actually set off that request. So we'll go over and do that now. It's been, I think, like 20 minutes. Even with our extra 3 trains, we just do not have enough trains. So, heavy oil, and connect that down. There we go. So here we go. This should be our first train on its way to pick up heavy oil and drop it off at our chemical plant to RU. New refinery unloaded? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yep, so it'll be the first one to go off to there, get our heavy oil, take it to the chemical plant, and get us some solid fuel. Now, that means that when we do it with the light oil, we can basically just copy this station as it is right now. It's already set up perfectly fine. Need to find somewhere to actually put it, but that should be fine. Yep, cool. So our heavy oil is filling up. Doesn't take long to get a full load. Waits about 5 more seconds, the light is on, that's always a good sign. CPL is where we expect it to be going. So it'll come up, it should take this back down. Looks like this signal is a bit confused now. But then again, that signal's not actually needed. So here we go, it should be unloading it, and these should be all running. And I can see at least... Well, if I'd piped them all in, they would all be running, but I didn't do that. Only one of them is piped in, but that at least is proof that this whole system is working. And it is slowly going over there. So, between episodes, I will... Let's just find the station again. I will connect the pipe so that these all actually run. Yeah, I was just thinking just then, how will I make a generic version of this? Because I need to have one item piped into here, one item piped into there. Okay, we'll need to figure that out later. But, so we'll pipe all the inputs together so that these are all running, and then we have a lot more solid fuel being made. I think next episode what we'll do is we'll blueprint this station and find somewhere else to put one down. You know, we could probably put one down here. I think width-wise it will fit, yes. So we can put another station down here, cover over this little crude oil field. And we will also look at extending the number of trains we can have on our network, because even with the extra 2 that we now have, you know, these still almost always have something being requested and when be fulfilled. And it did take it was either 10 or 20 minutes to get to filling that heavy oil request. So that's our plan for tomorrow. So this is Jack B1024 signing off. Have a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow.